All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm going to try to cover three on this one. We're going to look quickly at SOUNHOUND. I want to look at LASE and then JAGX are my 1, 2, 3 for this one. All right, so look, SOUNHOUND. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it. Good things happen when this thing stays over the 8 moving average. All right. I've also echoed my concern with the 20 moving average. Again, I'll talk about it in detail quickly, but hot knife through butter, we just lost it completely right there. Pretty much hot knife through butter, completely lost it right there. I'm a little worried right here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll talk about Soundhound shortly. LASE, I like it. I do. I actually liked it this morning. I woke up a little early. I liked it. I do. I think it still wants a little bit more. We'll go over that. And then JAGX. So that one's an interesting one. It's getting close, and I've had my eyes on it. I thought it was going to do a little bit better these last couple hours, but it's close. It just needs to do a little more for me to believe, all right? But I think it's well worth watching. But before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time, oh, I'm so grateful for it, all right? So let's get into SOUNDHOUND, and again, oh my goodness, right? I mean, I don't even know where to start. I think the first thing I want to start with is I want to talk about this channel, all right? I said it a number of times across the last few videos. Look, to me, this was a really easy channel, and I really expected us to run from 779 all the way up to 10 something, right? In a lot of ways, it happened too quickly maybe on this after hours bump. Again, if you remember, we had a beautiful Wednesday the 13th. After hours just kept pushing and pushing and pushing beyond $10 actually, right? So in some ways it filled quick, but yeah, I'll be real honest. I even thought on this candle, on this Friday, the 15th, last Friday, right? I thought this was good enough to make me believe we would keep going. But yeah, it hasn't really been the case here, right? And oh man, I'm a little bit lost for words. I am, right? I liked this Friday. I thought volume was starting to pick back up. It looked like we basically bounced once again on the 8 moving average. We were able to close over this Wednesday the 13th candle. I liked this Friday. I did. And yeah, obviously we've done nothing but bad since that Friday, right? So I really can't put my finger on it. I can't, right? Like there was some news that NVIDIA gave them a little extra technology or something, right? Yeah, I'm a little lost. Yesterday, in terms of the technicals and more specifically in terms of the candle, yesterday was an important day, all right? And I'm really sorry I couldn't make videos yesterday. I was actually like crazy excited yesterday, and I needed a minute to reset myself. But if you've watched my videos before, I always say if there's one candle I respect the most, it's the doji, especially when it looks super textbook like this. And it's exactly on one of my moving averages. This right here is big. This basically says we're gonna, again, why do I respect the doji so much, right? Let's look in the box over there, all right? This thing opens at $8. It flies all the way up to 850. It falls all the way below, 790-ish, and then it basically comes back exactly, it falls all the way down below 750, excuse me, and then basically comes back to a couple pennies before it started. There were people that thought we were going to maintain the 8. There were people that thought we were going to lose the 8. They all decided, you know what, let's wait for tomorrow. I don't know today, right? So whenever I see a textbook, look, again, I'm not a candle pattern trader, right? Like I don't do candle stuff. This is a doji to me. This is kind of a doji to me. This one's a doji to me. All of these were dojis to me. This one is textbook. This one has a very, very minimal middle. This one has a very, very uniform up and down. Like this is that spinning dreidel that is a doji, right? So and again, right on the moving average. Literally, was it on it? Yeah, look at that. This day closes at 793, the green number on top in the box. The 8 average was at 792, just a penny off, right? So where are we today? We are opening, you can see it, right? Let's look in the box over there. This thing opens at $8. The average 8 was at 804. So yesterday we closed just over it. Today we open under it. I don't like that already. This 779, this was a resistance we were hoping became a support and we would bounce. No. It was simply a resistance that good candle couldn't confirm, good candle couldn't confirm, and then so on and so forth, right? So we never were able to break this line. Yeah, we were physically over it, right? But there's a difference between over a line and breaking a line, right? So again, I'm not here pretending I'm not shocked. I really thought we were going to keep going up. I really believe that this Friday candle was a good candle. This Friday candle was a good candle. Like clearly I was wrong on that, right? The big thing right now is the 20 moving average. If you watch my videos, I always say the 8 and the 20, they're like brother and sister. They're like twins at the hip. All right. One might fail you, the other one should help you. Or they both suck. And if one, lets a goal slip, the other one will not, right? So these two have been going up together, but we've seen it before. Let me zoom in just so it's extra visible. All right. Oops, way too much, but that's okay. Look right here. We go up using only the 8 moving average and then lose the 20 like the line was never even there, right? We end up actually doing that one more time right here. It's not as big a climb, right? But nonetheless, we make a nice climb only using the 8 moving average. We very quickly fall below it. We never get back over it, and then horrible things happen, right? So the last two really good uptrends were 100% the 8 moving average before the 20 failed it, right? So to me, once this support was lost, I actually got a little scared. And you know what? I will be honest. I got a little lucky. I made my first video a little bit early. I didn't want to be blindsided when I was making the video, so I hit eject and I saved myself a decent extra 10% loss maybe, right? So sometimes there is just luck in the game, right? I am never one to say I'm too good to just get lucky, right? But honestly, I don't know how much I trust this 661 line. I don't. This 20 moving average has given me enough reason to be uncertain, all right? MACD starting to look a little scary as well. Look, we've seen this, okay? We have seen this where it was a real good divergence. It kind of came back and then it was able to take off. Let me just say this. It seems like that it was a nicer take. Like there is a nicer gap between the green line and the red line here than it is here. So to me, the two takeoffs definitely aren't equal. And I think that has me worried that the two supports might not be the same. I think I'm honestly, I think there's a lot of things saying we're coming down to 590. I think we're going to come down to maybe $6, $5.90, something in that range, and then hopefully maybe bounce off of this candle. And you can see the top of this candle was 575, all right? So maybe even 575 is as low as it goes, all right? Normally, I give the 20 moving average way more credit than I'm doing right now. Hey, this is live trading, so you're going to see stuff move. You're going to see an alert just like this. Alerts are not immediate buy notifications, right? I'm still making this video live. There's no pause or edits or anything, right? So sorry for that, but again, we have about 23 minutes, 22 minutes left in live trading, right? So, yeah, I think that's kind of it. Again, volume's been a little lackluster. Clearly, like I said, I am not here pretending I didn't get this Friday candle wrong, right? So yeah, I think that 6 to 590, otherwise maybe even a little bit more drop to 75. If we lose 575, we're coming down to 516, all right? Yeah, and it wasn't that long ago. Someone had just asked, hey, are we going to come down to 6? And I said, hey, there were a couple things that could catch it, right? We're kind of losing those things quickly, right? So, hey, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Let me know if you watched that technology fundamental and if you disagree with any of my thoughts. Again, I'm never here pretending to be a fundamental guy, right? But yeah, I appreciate your time. You know that. Otherwise, let's come into LASE. All right. So I am loving what I am seeing. All right. Again, I shot it out this morning on the Discord. Oh, I just messed myself. I said there. LASE heating up. That was today at 7 o'clock, which is basically 10 o'clock Eastern, right? Look, what, an hour after open. What did I like here? All right. This stock was actually, I traded this. I did trade this on the way up. I think I mentioned that back on my Discord as well, right? But this is a stock I traded not that long ago. I obviously had to hit eject because we couldn't confirm the 200 moving average like I wanted, but that's what I was looking for, right? The rhyme I say all the time is the rhyme I love, all right? You break them all and you fly, right? And I was hoping we broke those 4, break this, go to this, break this, go to this, break this, go to this, and that's what I hunted right here. I wanted more. It told me no, 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 but look, the 20 moving average seemed to have caught it right here, right? What I just said on SoundHound, oh, sorry, hey, if you can please subscribe and share, oh my, it does wonders with the algorithms. I just finished talking on SoundHound that I didn't trust the 20 moving average. This is why I normally do. Right? This stock didn't give me a reason to believe that it could, and I actually kind of did right there. Oh, that's hilarious. Ah, that's hilarious. I actually didn't see that. Nonetheless, I was comfortable because I traded this. I was comfortable because I saw the bounce right here, and then really, it looked like we were about to go. This is a red. This is green, 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 red, 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 red. This is the green, 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 green I wanted, and I actually said it not that long ago. $2. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. See, this is the problem with doing things live and unscripted. I do believe that this is the money line right here. It's this 199, give or take. I think if we can put, did I say 204? 2.04. Right here. So, am I wrong? No, that's October 6th. Goodness. You see, this is what happens when I do. I am looking for this to get a little more than half of this candle right here, right? This is the biggest candle to the left. Give me a little bit more than half. It's basically 199. If we can start creeping into that, like, oh my goodness, if this starts getting into 210, ooh, this might be hungry for more. Because why? Let's look at why. All right, I'm going to draw this line right here. All right, the bottom of this, I'm going to raise it a little bit. Let's just put it here. Why not? No, I don't want it here. This right here, and I actually wanted it right here. This is the only horizontal little moment in this crazy red, 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 red drop, all right? This moment right here also pretty much lines up with the bottom of this little moment right here, right? So we're sitting at an important little 206 resistance right now. If this resistance breaks, all I'm seeing from there, I'll put it here. Red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 whole mess of nothing, red, 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 little bit of nothing, I think we go, right? You can even arguably say this little is insignificant. I see a little peak right here, so that's why I think maybe it's something, but arguably the line could be moved up to 3, actually. I still want it right here. You know, again, slow and, excuse me, a little hiccup. Nothing wrong with slow and steady, but I'm liking today. Obviously, I want confirmation, right? This is just a single candle over a very, very important 200 moving average, right? So I am very, very much needing tomorrow to do just as good. And look, this is a stock where, again, I've seen, and look, that alert, it just went up and it just came back down, right? That's why I say alerts are not immediate buy notifications. This thing has seen big volume only to drop nasty, right? The crazy thing is that drop nasty didn't make price just crazy dump. So that's a little bit in the back of my mind right there. But yeah, at this point, I am rehunting the break 'em all and fly, right? So I'm curious to see where this one's going to end. Where's the 15-minute at? Oh man, this is a good 15-minute. Volume's rising. That's a healthy 67. MACD is actually positive. How much time is left? There's only 15 minutes left. Oh, I'm excited for this next 15-minute candle. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a decent shot that this closes at 215 in the next 15 minutes. I do. I actually really do. Let's see if it happens. Worst case, I feel like we're at least going to hold that roughly 199. I'm actually not too worried that that's going to go away. I think this is going to be a solid one coming into tomorrow. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Ooh, I don't think I saw this going into the weekly. I'm not sure. I don't think I did. We are clearly testing the 50 moving average. The same thing we were unable to do last week. So far we're there, but hey, it's still an open candle. All right, we still have tomorrow. We got to see where this goes. Obviously, I just said I'm hoping that I'm expecting it to go up, right? I might be wrong, and if this thing comes down, this must stay above 191. I would want to see like 193, 194. Obviously, as close to high as higher than possible, right? But even 192, even a penny over, I'll take that as a win for going into next week. But yeah, that's a decent MACD. I say decent because it's still negative, right? But that's a good divergence right there. That's a healthy 63, and volume is actually not that bad. That's not bad growth right there, right? So LASE, I do like this one. Just give me a close over 198. And like I said, I think I'm actually really excited for that next 15-minute candle. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. JAGX. So I was not looking at this one, but this one came on the Twitter. Wow, I sounded like I was really all there on the Twitter. But yeah, someone had sent a comment on Twitter. Again, if you ever are looking at a stock that I'm not, just shoot it to me, right? Like, I love giving my detailed answers on YouTube, right? I think hearing my thoughts is valuable, but believe me, it takes me a couple seconds to look at this thing and give you my thoughts, right? So never hesitate to do viewer request, right? So let's look at JAGX really quickly. If you can please subscribe, please share this video. It does wonders, all right? So this isn't a stock I know very well. So what I normally do is I zoom out, right? I want to see the history of the stock, all right? And I can easily say I do not like what I'm seeing since 2021 through today. 2021 through today has been ugly. I think that's an easy thing to say. There's been 2 reverse splits, and we've pretty much, I think I can easily say we've been under the 50 moving average for the most part, let alone the 100, right? And you can clearly see we've never come close to touching the 200 moving average in more than 3 years. Wow, right? Like that's a statement and a half, all right? As I keep zooming out, it looks like this thing had just a couple month moment up. Otherwise, it's just been reverse split after under the moving averages, right? So right off the bat, this stock scares me. All right, it does. I am worried that this is a pump and dump. I am worried that this is a stock that doesn't really like the lines very much, right? And I mean the moving averages, okay? That said, there's some interesting things happening here, all right? And one thing I always talk about is you gotta do repeated damage to a line before it breaks, all right? I sometimes overestimate, but I never underestimate the power of these lines, all right? I've been burned enough times to know, respect the lines, you know what I mean? And this 50 moving average is going to be, I literally just said we've pretty much been under that red line for the entirety of the last 3 years, right? So I already see the strength in this line. That said, look, we attacked it here in March, and we're now attacking it again in late March, all right? Were they good attacks? Not really, right? This was only a wick. It's not like the candle closed over this. This was a doji, you know dojis don't count. This was a doji, you know dojis don't count. This opens over the line, but clearly closes under. This opens over the line, right? You can see on yesterday, we opened at 10 cents. We dropped all the way to 8. More people probably lost 20% yesterday than they made on the gap up, all right? I hate a stock that opens up here and drops down here. That's never good, all right? Today, again, we don't know where the candle is going to close. I'll give you my thoughts on the next 15 minutes, right? Maybe 10 minutes by the time I get there. But again, it seems like it's only a wick, not a break, not a close or anything more, right? So they haven't been great attacks, but we've been trying. This is the moment where I start to think something is close. All right. And just because it's close doesn't mean I'm jumping in, right? I always say you need to set a high criteria of end. You work hard. I work hard for my money. I'll tell you that. I love my parents so much, but I'm not sitting on some massive, fortune where I don't need to worry, right? Like I work hard for my money. And if I work hard for my money, you gotta believe I expect the stock to work hard for my money. I am not gonna just give my money to a random 3, 4, 5 letters. I'm gonna make it say, hey, I deserve your money, all right? And for me, you gotta get over the 50 moving average. You gotta make me actually believe you're gonna break the 50 moving average, right? I feel like I want it right there, right? You can see the second I move I wish I had a couple more decimals here, don't get me wrong, but the second I move my mouse up, it goes from 10 to 11. Like this is a very high 10.109 at 11 cents. I really like this stock. I'm even going to set an alert. I don't know if I did this morning or not, but I'm going to set an 11-cent alert. Give me 11 and I'm going to start to believe we've broken the 50 and we're going to go to the 100. I'm going to start to believe there might be a 17, 18 cent target here. I'm going to start to believe that red. Look, let me just draw the line. Let's just draw the 11 line real quick. That's 10 again. Like I said, between 10, 9, and 11. And then let's draw, again, I'm going to delete it because obviously this is the line I care more about, right? But between here and here, all I'm seeing is red. Green is what I'm hoping for, right? So I love this over 11, over a very high 10 cents. I don't like it anywhere else, all right? So make me believe we've broken the 50. I'll leave that line right there. I think this is a line worth keeping, but make me believe we've broken this and I will believe we're gonna wanna go up here, all right? So well worth the radar, but again, make the stock tell you it's earned your money. Don't just give it and sit and hope, all right? So let me know, let's take a look at the weekly and let me tell you where I think this is gonna end. We still got 10 minutes of trading. Again, look, this is a stock that goes to the 8 and fails, maybe touches the 20, fails. Go to the 8, like, I don't know. But if we can go, this thing is saying that the 20 is at 16 cents. On the daily, I just said 18, right? If we can go from 11 to 16, that is a beautiful, that's a 50% move. You're basically adding 5 cents to an 11-cent stock, right? So that could be a good move. I would put 16 as the wall, not necessarily that 18 I put, all right? We have 10 minutes left. What's this 50? This is not a good 15. Yeah, we're heading down here. We're going to end at a low 8, maybe even 7 cents. So again, not the end of the day that we wanted, but give me a little bit more. Like I said, just make me believe and I am ready. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Oh, I appreciate you all. So get out of here. FFIE got to 14? No way. What? Oh, I just said on my video I didn't think it was going to happen. Oh, man. Big recovery right here. Interesting. Oh, that might make this interesting going into tomorrow. Look at that. Hey, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Thank you so much.